W. H. Auden and the Complexities of Love. W. H. Auden was a British poet born in York, England in 1907. Over the span of his life, he became one of the most important poets of the 20th century. Known for his intellectual rigor and emotional depth, Auden's poetry explored themes of love, loss, political turmoil, and human vulnerability. He attended Oxford University, where he was introduced to the modernist movement, a literary movement that focused on breaking traditional forms and exploring new ways of thinking. His works were deeply influenced by his complex personal relationships and shifting political beliefs. His claim to fame lies in his unparalleled ability to blend intellectual depth with raw emotional expression. Auden was celebrated for his technical skill and his profound ability to articulate complex human emotions. He's perhaps best known for his exploration of love and loss and for his works that delve into the paradoxes of human existence. His poem Funeral Blues is often cited as one of the most famous expressions of grief and loss in modern poetry, and his ability to capture the highs and lows of love in poems like The More Loving One remains a central reason why his work continues to resonate today. In these 5 poems, Johnny, Funeral Blues, As I Walked Out One Evening, You, and The More Loving One, Auden explores the complexities of love from unreciprocated affection to the inevitable passage of time. They are connected by a common thread, the tension between idealization and the emotional sacrifices that love often demands. Have you ever loved someone so deeply that it consumed you, but the love wasn't returned equally? What do you do when your love feels like a one-sided sacrifice? In W. H. Auden's poem, The More Loving One, he explores the complexities of unreciprocated love, asking whether it's better to love deeply even when that love is not returned. This poem sheds light on a powerful paradox, the selfless nature of love and the pain that often comes with it. Auden shows us that love can be as much about vulnerability and sacrifice as it is about joy and affection. If equal affection cannot be, let the more loving one be me. Here the speaker decides, almost sacrificially, that if love cannot be mutual, then they will be the one who loves more. It's a selfless gesture, but also a painful one. Why would anyone choose to love more than they are loved? Auden presents this emotional vulnerability as a central part of the human experience. Admirer as I think I am of stars that do not give a damn. In these lines, the speaker admits to loving stars that do not give a damn. The stars represent something distant, unreachable, and indifferent. The speaker reflects on their love for something that will never reciprocate their feelings. This is the painful side of unrequited love, knowing that the object of affection will never return the feelings, yet still holding on. It speaks to how we sometimes idealize what we can never truly have. I cannot now I see them say, I missed one terribly all day. In this moment, the speaker begins to reflect on the nature of their unreciprocated love. They admit that after some time they realize they can live without the object of their affection. I cannot now I see them say, I missed one terribly all day. This line shows the emotional growth of the speaker. It reflects the reality that although love can be intense, it is possible to accept the absence of unreciprocated love and move forward. If all the stars were to disappear, the speaker would learn to look at an empty sky and feel its total dark sublime. This illustrates the speaker's acceptance of loss. They would embrace the emptiness left by unreciprocated love, finding beauty in the absence, though it may take time. This transformation of loss into something sublime reveals the growth that comes from emotional hardships. Does this matter to us today? Well, many of us experience this kind of unbalanced love, whether it's in relationships, friendships, or even with ourselves. Auden's willingness to admit the emotional sacrifice of loving more shows a deep understanding of the human condition. It's about accepting imperfections, knowing that love isn't always returned in the way we expect or hope for. And yet Auden tells us it's worth it to be the more loving one. So the next time you find yourself in an unbalanced relationship, whether it's with a person, an idea, or even yourself, remember Auden's words, if equal affection cannot be, let the more loving one be me. Auden's work reminds us that the complexities of love are just not personal, but universal. And in embracing that complexity, we find a deeper understanding of what it means to love both ourselves and others.